The international break can be a very bleak period for clubs, especially those that are already sweating over the fitness of their best players. So PSG were understandably frustrated at Argentina's decision to select Lionel Messi for their World Cup qualification games. Messi went to South America carrying an injury, so the French giants are well within their rights to be unhappy about the situation. Mesut Ozil was supposed to shine for Fenerbahce, but the former World Cup winner's attitude has been brought into question, and we have to agree with the Turkish giants, who expect more from a player of his stature. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sold quite a lot of players a dream, but it appears that the reality was far different from it. We've got tons of things to cover today, so go ahead and subscribe to our channel as we walk you through all the latest happenings from the world of football. After signing for Turkish giants Fenerbahce in 2021, Mesut Ozil has failed to regain the level that once made him one of the best players on the planet. Between his lethargic displays and anger at reduced playing time, the former German international is now starting to annoy the club's management. At his best, Ozil is one of those world-class players who's capable of thrilling an entire stadium with a simple pass or a dribble. Ozil is the only player in the game's history to have registered the most assists in a single season of the Premier League, the Bundesliga, La Liga, Champions League, Europa League, World Cup and the Euros. Ozil is a serial assist king of football, with great ball handling, a unique elegance, and the sort of class that you don't see very often. Sadly, that player is gone, and this Ozil has only 4 goals and 2 assists in 24 appearances in all competitions for the Turkish club. This season, he's made only 4 starts and has spent a lot of time on the treatment table, forcing his manager Vitor Pereira to use him sparingly. Following his team's 2-1 win over Kasimpasa, Ozil was furious that he wasn't given enough time and even threw his bib at his manager. Eventually though, the club's president, Ali Koç, took to the media in order to remind Ozil about his priorities. From now on, he must concentrate on his game and put aside his commercial activities. It remains to be seen though if Ozil will back down from his stance, so maybe we're already looking at an upcoming soap opera scripted in Turkey. Being coached by Jose Mourinho has transformed many careers. Tammy Abraham is the latest one in this regard. During his time on the Tottenham bench, the 58-year-old Portuguese tactician had surprised more than one observer of the game by openly declaring that he wanted bastards in his team. More politely, he wanted his players to be less nice on the field. The former coach of Chelsea and Real Madrid has obviously not changed his tone. In an interview with The Telegraph, Tammy Abraham, who landed from Chelsea last summer, confirmed this. "What Jose Mourinho taught me during my first 3 months in Rome, just to be a monster really. I think one of the first things he said to me was that I was too nice as a player, and with experience, I had to show more aggression as a goal scorer. It's not about being nice all the time on the pitch. You need character, that presence to scare defenders. This is something that I am learning, and I'm getting better at it every day." For sure, Abraham is learning to be the best version of himself on field by a man who has literally transformed so many careers, even though some of you would say that he's lost his touch in recent years. Everything will be better, you'll see. In short, this is the speech that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been making since the start of this season to his players who aren't getting enough playing time. Yes, but now they're struggling to see the Norwegian manager's promises come true, while Manchester United are going through an early stage of the season which is very complicated in terms of results. And yet, he recognised during meetings with his group this summer that he had sometimes mismanaged his players last season, exhausting certain players to the detriment of others, which he had promised not to do again. Words in the air are therefore being said today by some members of the Mancunian locker room, according to the English media. Allegedly 8 stars, other players could also be concerned, are particularly against their coach, accused of having openly lied to them. Cited are Donny van der Beek, Anthony Martial, Jesse Lingard, Dean Henderson, Eric Bailly, Diogo Dalot, Juan Mata and Alex Telles. He had asked them all to be patient, assuring them that their turn would come. Some had decided to stay at the club during this summer, but are still waiting for their chance. Frustration, therefore, is on the rise, especially since, despite the ups and downs of results, Ole still does not think out of the box and persists on using the same players over and over again, no matter how poorly they perform. Lingard and Van der Beek have taken note of this and are looking for a solution in January. Others might follow, unless it is Solskjaer himself who's ushered by the door by then. And with United reportedly speaking with Zinedine Zidane, some of the unsatisfied players might want to hold on to their transfer plans for just a little while longer. Under contract with Lille until 2023, Renato Sanchez might still leave the Mastiffs this winter. A nice offer from Arsenal has reportedly already been turned down, but AC Milan are very much interested in the young midfielder. Sanchez joined Lille in 2019 for €20 million and arrived as a player who was lost and needed a fresh start. Since then though, the Portugal international has found himself and is definitely one of the best midfielders in Ligue 1. Sadly, Lille are in a financial dilemma and they'll have to sell him if they receive a good offer. And according to the latest information from Gazzetta dello Sport, an offer from Arsenal has already been refused. Eager to strengthen their midfield, the Gunners had reportedly offered €35 million for Renato Sanchez, but the northern club were not happy with the offer. And though he has only a year and a half left in his contract, the former Bayern Munich midfielder might be on the move very soon. The Italian Daily specifies that AC Milan would be interested in the profile of Renato Sanchez in order to compensate for the very likely departure of Franck Kessie, who still refuses to extend his contract with the Rossoneri and remains very well liked by PSG and Real Madrid. The Ivorian international would be free this summer. For his part, the 2016 European champion will be very interested in the Italian club's project, and the first contracts with the player might have already been initiated. Things could therefore quickly accelerate in the Sanchez case, even if Lille are in no hurry to part ways with him. Memphis Depay embodied the new face of FC Barcelona, but after a great start to the season, the Dutchman has somewhat eased off in recent weeks. And things should not get better for the former Lyon player. If the winger signed with La Blaugrana, it's largely thanks to the presence of his compatriot Ronald Koeman, who pushed to bring him to Camp Nou, but the Dutch tactician was dismissed and replaced by Xavi. According to the first sentiments of the Catalan press, his status as an indisputable holder could well be called into question. Ansu Fati is particularly favoured by the Spanish tactician, just like Ousmane Dembele, even though the latter is always ravaged by injuries. And the Raheem Sterling rumours for this winter shouldn't help Depay's case either. In search of an experienced winger, Xavi has his sights set firmly on Raheem Sterling, the Manchester City man who barely gets a look in. The English international is no longer in the plans of Pep Guardiola this season and would thus be tempted to take up a new challenge. But the cost of the operation is likely to slow Barca, especially with the financial crisis that the Catalan club is going through. According to Mundo Deportivo, the citizens don't intend to give any gifts and will claim no less than €50 million to let the 26-year-old go. Barca therefore know what to expect. Okay, so most of you will remember that we discussed Messi's situation in one of our previous videos. We knew that PSG were unhappy that their star player was named in Argentina's squad for the World Cup qualifiers, and it appears that things have not settled yet. Messi's knee injury meant that he was forced to miss PSG's Champions League outing against RB Leipzig, and was also unavailable for the game against Bordeaux. That did not stop Argentina boss Lionel Scaloni from selecting the veteran forward for a qualification game against Uruguay. This has displeased the French giants. Reportedly, a clause in Messi's deal at PSG allows him to prioritise the national team. And Scaloni says that while he understands why Leonardo is unhappy, the national team is just following the rules. Speaking at a press conference, Scaloni said, "At the moment, Messi has played for Argentina more than for his club. We have a good relationship with Leonardo. Walter Samuel knows him. It's understandable due to the 3 fixtures in September and then again in October. There were many matches and journeys, and what they are saying is understandable. But we are well within our rights to call him up and play him if he is physically able to play." Messi hasn't had the best of starts to life in France and is still waiting for his first Ligue 1 goal. And if he manages to help the Albiceleste seal a crucial win over Uruguay, it will only further displease PSG, who were hoping to see him hit the ground running the moment that he signed for them.